Hello and welcome to the Manifest to Live Life Golden Show. I'm Golden Duffy, your host for this show, season 2, episode 18. We're talking about the bad moods, the bad attitudes, the bad luck today. I know I've done shows on this before, but I had some new stuff coming through, so I really wanted to share how do we break free from this stuff? How do we break free from the low frequency way that we have been experiencing life, especially if it's been happening to you for quite some time? First of all, I just want to start with a little deep breath. I have not done this on the show, and I want to do this today because I want you to understand that your breath is clearing, that your breath is presence, and that your breath connects you to this present moment. So, together, let's all take a nice deep breath. And then when you let that breath out, I want you to let it all the way out. Until all the air is out of your lungs. Let's do that again. One more time. And one more time. Now, there are a lot of benefits to taking deep breaths and letting all of the air out of your body. First of all, it's a reset. It's like hitting the reset button for your conduction. It's bringing you back into your body. Whenever you come back into your body, you take yourself out of your mind. And the mind is the one that's driving you crazy. The mind is the one telling you all these things that are creating anxiety, creating bad moods, and creating bad attitudes. So when you can clear your field through deep breathing, through meditation, through quieting the mind, you're going to have a much better handle on your frequency. Now, when I say frequency, if you've never heard the term frequency before, I want you to think of frequency like radio waves or like TV waves. There's a frequency that comes across to broadcast what you're seeing, right? You're tuned into this frequency with me right here, right now. And now you get to hear what I have to say. That's a frequency. The frequency within our life is based on our states, our moods, our attitudes, and what we are focused upon. That frequency can be anywhere from super duper negative, totally depressed, all the way up to appreciation and love. And there's all those emotions that are in between. So our emotion is our frequency, and our emotion is energy in motion, which behind me here is this wave, this way. That's what actually conducts the energy, is that emotion, what you are allowing yourself to focus on long enough that is triggering emotion within you. That is frequency, my friends. All right, so first of all, let's step into the knowledge, the acceptance, the addressing of what exactly does cause a bad mood or a bad attitude or bad luck within your life. Now, you may have other answers, but these are the ones that I came up with as I was meditating and channeling this through. Projecting worst case scenarios. So anytime you are thinking about the future and you're putting out a whole bunch of energy around what you don't want to happen, that can create a bad mood or a bad attitude. Paying close attention to what bothers you. Are you like that? Are you that kind of person where you're just always focused on what's bothering you and you're always talking about what's bothering you? You know, we've got a real addiction to drama in this society. We've really been taught to kind of focus on the things that are going wrong. And because of that, we're not present. We're not allowing ourselves to be in joy, and we're allowing outside things to create annoyance within us. Now, annoyance is a frequency. So the more you tune in to being annoyed with people, the more you're going to have reasons to be annoyed in your life. Lack of faith. Lack of faith is a big one, because if you don't have faith in things turning out good for you, that's where the bad luck comes from, because you're projecting what you don't want to happen and you're thinking that bad things happen to you. You know, there's a saying in our society, I was waiting for the shoe to drop, or it's too good to be true. These are subliminal programmings that we have been subjected to that cause us to not get into trajectories of really good stuff happening. They basically stop it, right? They stop it. There's another saying that I would love to rip apart, and that's bad news, bad luck always comes in threes. What do you think you're going to create when you believe that? You're going to create three bad things happening. And do you want to know why three bad things happen despite that belief? Like, even without that belief, three bad things happen because the first bad thing that happened put you in a frequency that helped you create those next two things. So, I mean, I guess it's good that they don't say 10 bad things happen, right? Bad things don't come in tens. Maybe they do in your life. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully, hopefully you figured this out enough that these things, that you're able to change these frequencies and you're able to create something different. Okay. Being hungry. Hello. I have a child that's like, I have a couple children like this actually. And myself, I can be like this myself. Are you hangry? Right? Hangry is a thing. When our blood sugar gets low, we get cranky. When we're hungry, we feel uncomfortable, and that can create. So pay attention to how you're fueling your body, what you're putting in your body, if you're eating enough. I know a lot of us in my age range, I actually just started, I'm 50. I'm like, okay, I won't get into that. Recently I just started tracking my food again. I kind of got away from it because I was just tired of the like obsession with what am I eating and can I lose weight? And so I just decided to track my food again. And I'll explain in a little bit why I decided to start doing that again. But I realized how much not enough I was eating. Like, I had a real lack of calories going on. And that happens as we get older because we're not as hungry. And we need less calories to actually maintain our weight, which just seems cruel. So we have to, look at that and go, am I putting enough fuel in my body? Am I putting enough good food in my body? Or am I living on processed junk food? There has been tons of studies around processed junk food and the way that people behave, the way that children behave, when they've got a lot of processed food, a lot of sugar, a lot of white flour, all of those things drive a really imbalanced blood sugar level that creates all sorts of naughty behaviors. So, what are you putting in your body? What are you putting in your body? Okay, are you tired? Right? Are you tired? Are you not getting enough rest? Are you staying up too late on TikTok? Are you staying up too late watching silly shows? Are you not respecting that your body needs rest? I was going to get up this morning. We're getting back into our gym swing, which is 4 a.m. for me, 4:17 a.m. And we went yesterday and we did great and it felt awesome. And then this morning I woke up and I'm like feeling exhausted, like almost to the point where I feel a little bit sick. So I went over to my husband when his alarm went off. He gets up a little bit later than me. And I just kind of like laid on him and he was like, I'm just exhausted. And I was like, I am too. So I went back to sleep for a little while, which felt great. So it's honoring that. It's also, I'm committed to of course I worked out after that, committed to that. So it's not like blowing off your workout, but it's honoring the fact that your body needs rest and that when you're tired, you're not your nicest self. Take a freaking nap, okay? If you can, take a nap. 10, 15 minutes is all you need for a nap. All right, forgetting who you are. Yes, forgetting that you're a powerful creator, forgetting all that you've done. The mind loves to work against us in this way. So it will tell us that we're not making progress. It will tell us that we're not doing enough. It will tell us that we're not enough, right? Like that shitty committee that continues to drive those self-critical behaviors. Pay attention to that. It is not true. Get yourself some space from those voices by meditating and recognizing when you are beating yourself up and when you're in a self-critical place that is not going to fuel your best self. Not being solution oriented. So that's like being massively in the problem. So I was actually in my M21 Revolution group on Facebook. I will put that up because we are about to launch a challenge on August 1st, 2023. We're launching a 21-day challenge. We're going to teach you to meditate. We're going to be accountable for you. It's a donation-based challenge We still need a few more people. Our cap is, or not our cap, our go is 21 people. 21 people donated and committing is when we're going to go. And we're at 9 right now. So hopefully it'll be a go. I have faith that it will be a go. So join this group, M21 Revolution on Facebook. We'll accept you. We've got hundreds of videos in there to help you to meditate. But we were doing a video the other day, which actually was really good. And it would be great for you to hear. And I was sharing how if we, have an issue, if we have a problem, if we have a challenge, if we were to sit down before we get into that problem and try to start solving it, if we were to sit down and put ourselves in gratitude. So write down everything that we're grateful for about our lives and about that situation, about what that situation brings, and put yourself in gratitude for that situation working itself out, for that situation being solved, and then go after it, then look at it again, then work on solving it. You would put yourself in a totally different frequency that would actually help you solve the problem a lot faster. And when we're in gratitude, appreciation, and love, we're in the highest frequencies there are. You're calling on universal divine intervention when you're doing that, because you're in a high frequency. So you're in more of a partnership and a co-creative energy where you can allow for things to come because you're not pushing and frustrated and in the problem. Triggers. Yeah, you got emotional triggers, you're flipping out, you got some rage, we got to work on those things, because the triggers are your invitation to heal and to go within and say, what is going on with me? Why do I feel this way? Why do I always respond this way when somebody does this to me? And how can I clean it up? And how can I move away from it, back up from it, so that it's not part of my direct experience anymore and it starts to fade away and become less and less of my identity. 9, taking things personally. This is a big one, because I was talking to someone this morning, and she was talking about her sister, and she was saying how, they were together and it was frustrating, and her sister was acting a certain way, and, it was very disrespectful to her because, she's working to be in this very high spiritual place, in this happy place. And I said, but you're taking what's happening personally. And if you're taking what's happening personally, you're powerless against it. So whenever you have somebody frustrating you or aggravating you or irritating you, understand you are giving your power away in those moments, and you're taking what they're doing personally, and you can never change things from that vibration. When you're taking things personally, you're in blame and victimhood and powerlessness, so you cannot possibly change the situation. Also, if you're thinking the worst of people, if you're thinking they're doing this on purpose, they're doing this to make me mad, if you are thinking that, if you are believing that, you can't transform, because you are conducting an energy towards them that is very much what you don't like about them. And we can never change someone by pointing out what's wrong with them. We won't change them. They will get on the defense, and we will be activating in a frequency. We'll be on that radio station where they get to annoy us even more and irritate us even more. Complaining. Oh, this one's so good. Complaining. How often are you complaining? Listen, I am a former complainer. My mom used to call me Sarah Bernhardt because I always complained. And I think I felt things very deeply as a child, especially pain, like when I would get hurt or things like that. I also think I was probably vying for attention. I wanted some sympathy. I was a little girl, wanted some sympathy. No, not so much. So I'm reforming. I'm not completely reformed here. I'm reforming. I can still get into this. And I'm very aware of it now. And awareness is the first step. And then changing it is changing your response, right? So complaining is the law of decrease. So when you complain, you decrease from your life. You decrease from the frequency of being in a gratitude place. Gratitude is the law of increase. Complaining is the law of decrease. Yeah, so pay attention. Complaining is so addictive because there's so many elements to complaining. right? There's the element of getting attention for what's going on with us. There's the element of venting, right? Like it feels good to vent. It feels good to complain about our children or our spouse or whatever we have going on. It feels good, right? Like they always say, misery loves company. Oh man, have I been in this situation before? Especially as a mom with a family. It's so easy to complain with other moms about our children and our husbands and our, what's not going right in our households. It's so easy to do that. Same thing with gossiping. I didn't know this was going to come up, but law, if you look at like law of karma, right? And I've also gotten myself in trouble with gossiping because hey, I'm a woman, right? In this world where gossiping comes really easy and it's easy to talk about people. And again, it can be under the guise of venting, of feeling better because we talk to somebody, we let these things out. But the truth is, we are surrounding our lives in crappy energy. And I just had something happen recently where I was talking smack on someone. I totally was. And it's been a situation that's been going on for a while, and I got wrapped up in it. And a couple of days later, I had an issue where somebody was being extremely mean to me. And I looked at it and I knew it was related to that situation because it's coming back. Law of karma says it's coming back for you one way or another. So watch your words, watch what you're saying about people. You will never gossip about someone and then have a good relationship with them. And this is why. Or a deep relationship. You may have a very surface, pretendy relationship, which I can't stand. You won't have a deeper, loving, compassionate relationship because your relationship in the whole is not honest. It's not honest. And you're not addressing those things that are really causing you pain. And you're not addressing situations that are not optimal for you. You're just kind of paving over them, talking behind their back, and all that energy. Energy is always in motion and energy is always felt. So even if you don't say something to someone's face, they will feel what you've been saying about them, and even to a deeper level, what you've been thinking about them, because energy transfers. So be careful with that. That's how you get yourself in some low frequencies. Gossiping, complaining, low frequencies, being addicted to drama. I call it the shit stir. Are you a shit stir? Are you telling people what other people are saying? Are you creating a bunch of drama within your experience? Maybe you're on the outside of it, but you're creating it for other people. Oh, baby, karma's coming for you. So pay attention to what you're doing. If what you're going to say to somebody isn't super helpful and it's damaging, maybe don't say it. I know it can be challenging, but the truth is, what do you want for your life? Do you want to be in a high frequency? Do you want to put yourself in love and appreciation? Do you want to feel more joy? Do you want to be more abundant? We have to get out of these lower ways of living, these automatic programmings and unconscious ways of living and creating in order to become super powerful. All right, so what causes bad luck? Continually tuning into all of the above, everything I just say, continually tuning into the problems, the things that are going wrong, the things that are not good in your life. The more you focus on those things, the more you're going to put yourself in a vibration of things just not working out for you. It's just the way it is. Oh, being a chicken little. That was another one that I put in there. Being a chicken little. The sky is falling. Are you one of those people like where the sky is always falling? Oh my God. Like we all know people like this, right? Like one little thing happens and they turn it, the mountains into molehill, the molehills into mountains, right? Like they can't handle the little speed bumps of life. They have to blow them up and make them super dramatic. And again, one of the major reasons that we do this or people do this is because they want attention, because they want to feel like they matter, because drama and problems feel like they have something to work on. They feel purposeful. Let's find other reasons to have purpose in the world. All right, so what can you do? What can you do about these bad attitudes, these bad moods, this bad luck? First of all, understand that energy and the physical world need a little time. This wave needs a little time to get into motion and to break down into physical matter. So if you're just making changes right now, keep that in mind. Because if you're like, okay, that's it. Today I'm going to feel more abundant. Today I'm going to have more abundance. I'm going to see more evidence of abundance. I'm going to focus on my abundance. And then you overdraft your bank account. That is momentum from the past. So now that overdrafted bank account needs to mean something different to you. You need to look at it and go, okay, well, that's just more desire for me to create. Or, okay, I'm not negative in the universe. I know I matter in this universe and it's all going to work out. My bank account's going to come back and everything's going to be fine. Man, nothing would cause my stomach to drop. There's two things that cause my stomach to drop. Well, maybe three. The bank account going negative, a policeman pulling me over, and anything that happens to my children. Stomach drops, right? Like my family, I should say. So pay attention to that and respond differently. Say, I'm doing things different. Okay, so my bank account is negative, but I'm doing things differently. So now I'm going to respond in kind and I'm going to be okay with it. I'm going to just get even more connected to abundance in the universe, even more connected to my power here. And I'm going to use that as fuel, not fuel to be upset, not fuel to complain, but fuel to create better in the universe. All right, so I shared M21 Revolution. Meditation is huge, you guys, because you're going to be able to separate yourself from the here and now, from all the things that are happening, from all the things that have happened from the past, and you're going to give yourself a break. Yeah. Anytime you can give yourself a break, you let go. You let go of what was. You let go of what you have been creating. You allow yourself to be in a state of higher consciousness where everything is created from. And when you do that, you create a little space so you can start being more aware of your thoughts and start choosing the ones that are of a higher nature. This takes work. This takes determination. This takes a willingness to look at the thoughts and to say, I don't have to think about you. Okay. It's a moment to moment experience in every single day, 24 hours a day. Thank goodness we get to sleep, right? Thank goodness we get like a 7 to 8 hour break because it's a lot. I get it. It's a lot. And sometimes we get tired and we just want to be sloppy with our thinking and we want to complain and we want to do all the things and just realize there are repercussions to all of that stuff and you're going to have to clean it up later. All right, journaling. So I shared, I think last week that I just started a gratitude journal at night. I bought myself a magic pen and my husband, and we write out what we're grateful for. And then we also write out, I'm thankful and grateful for the things that we want to come true as if they've already come true. So I am thankful and grateful for my beach house. Right? So that puts us in that state. And then as we're going to sleep, we're in that element, we're in that frequency. So then we wake up even better. It's so good, you guys. It's so, so good. My daughter today shared a little thing that she's been doing for intentions. And so she woke up this morning and she said, all right, so these three things she's doing is today I release. What do I let go of today? So today I let go of any doubts about what I'm doing, what I'm creating, or where it's going. I let go of the doubts today. And then today I am grateful for my ability to create this life I'm living. I am grateful for all that I am here to establish. I am grateful for all the wisdom and the knowledge that I get to share. I mean, you can really go off on these things. Once you start ramping, you're on a radio station and it's just going to keep going. And then just feel the elevation when you're doing it. You are elevating yourself, right? The Elevators, they're my new favorite band. You are elevating yourself to a state where you are in a higher state than most people, because most people are walking around in a state of default. And hold on one second. I got somebody blowing me up here. Most people are in a state of default and not being real conscious. So when you start consciously creating, when you start deciding, when you start choosing your thoughts, when you start choosing your frequencies, it's not to say that you're better than people, but you're going to be more powerful. Okay. Um, And then today I intend. What do I intend for today? So today I intended to get a lot of things ready for some things we're working on. We got some big stuff coming up here, people. I'm really excited about it. So I will let you know as soon as we'll have some announcements. My husband and I are going to be creating some stuff for you, for the world, to help change things, to help transform, to help alchemize the world we live in, so that we can be in higher frequencies more often. So my intention today was to get a lot of things done, to get a lot of things accomplished. And here I am. This was one of them. So it wasn't about a to-do list today. It was more about a to-be list. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I being when I am creating? I am being who I was born to be, who I was put on this earth to be. So watch your thoughts. Very important. Watch your thoughts, because your thoughts are what are driving your emotions, which is driving your frequency. Is your thoughts, ask yourself, get really aware and get really conscious and start asking yourself, is this thought rooted in the past? Is it regret? Is it over? Is there nothing you can do about it? Right? Is it fear about the future? Are you worrying about people? I always say, don't send people worry. Don't send people worry. That's like, remember, energy is transferred. People can feel energy. So we don't want to send people worry, because when we send people worry, we send them worst case scenarios. When we send people worry, we send them all the things that we feel terrible are going to happen to them. Let's not do that. Let's wrap people in angels. Let's wrap people in best case scenarios. Let's see things working out for them. Let's see smiles on their faces. Let's see laughter and love and success. Okay? Because when you get bummed out, when you let yourself get bummed out, and this is a big message for mothers, first of all, okay? It's for everybody, but for mothers especially, or dads, parents. When you get super bummed out about things that are happening to other people, your children, your parents, your friends, your sisters, your brothers, when you get super bummed out, you cannot help them, because you're in a low frequency and you're seeing things in worst case scenarios. If you really want to help someone, you got to rise up. You got to tell them how strong they are. You got to tell them that they can do this, that you believe in them. That's what people need to hear more of. I believe in you. I believe in your strength. I believe in your power. I know you can handle this, right? So good. Okay, projecting worst case scenarios, negative energy. Good Lord, I cannot read my writing. Negative energy. Negative energy about others. Like I said before, you won't change them. So any kind of irritation, frustration, taking things personally, feeling disrespected, all of those things are an inside job that you need to take care of, because they are just reflecting something to you. And if they're not reflecting something to you, then it's about them. And it doesn't have anything to do about you, except that you're making it about you. Okay, so this is the not taking things personally. Are you lacking in faith? Are your thoughts lacking in faith? Are you forgetting what you can do about them? So recently I got on this little thing because I dropped a water bottle on my foot. Yes, a metal 40-ounce water bottle that was full of ice and water that I was shaking, and it flew out of my hands and fell on my toe. And I've had some back issues, so I have not been able to work out. And like all of a sudden, I started doing this fasting thing, because I was like, okay, I need to fast because I can't really exercise, and it's always about like, I want to just maintain what I have and I don't want to gain weight. And, I'm still on the roller coaster ride. As much as I tell you guys I'm off, it's like, it's always there. This damn thing is always there. So anyways, so I started doing the fasting thing, like 16 hours a day. And then I realized, oh my goodness, I feel like crud. I'm not eating enough. I was not eating enough because I only had, those few hours in the day, and I just wasn't getting enough nutrients, and my energy was super low. So I started getting bummed out, and I definitely started to feel like I was gaining, and I was like, ugh. And then all of a sudden, a light bulb goes off, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I know what to do, right? Whenever we're in confusion, we can't find the answers. I know what to do. I don't need to go find another program. I don't need to do anything. What I need to do, I decided, was I'm going to walk because I can walk. Well, I actually started walking probably before my toe was ready for it, but I was like, I got to walk. Like I have to walk. Like for me, walking is being in nature and moving forward. And those are two things that shift your energy and shift your thought process and put you in a state of well-being. Today, I was walking in this canyon. I'm back to this beautiful canyon that we live near, and I've been going out super early. And a lot of times this canyon is full of fog. Like it's so cool. And I watched the fog burn off, but there's so many animals. Today I saw a squirrel sitting on top of like a tree, like a broken tree. And it was so fun. He was just so funny. He was just sitting there like looking around. But the birds, and yesterday I saw a coyote, and today I saw a lot of butterflies. To me, butterflies are so magical. I'm like in love with butterflies. So as I put myself in nature, I'm like, it is the great restorer. I am restoring my well-being by being out here. So I committed to 10,000 steps. I'm doing that every morning. I go for at least an hour to an hour, 10-minute walk. And then I make up the rest of it at the end of the day if I haven't hit it, because sometimes I walk a lot during the day, so I end up hitting it. But I'll go out for a bike ride at night, or it's been wonderful. It's been really great. It's been getting me out. It makes me feel so good. And then the second thing I decided to do was track my food again, which I haven't done in a long time. And I was like, I need to make sure I'm getting enough protein, nutrients, make sure that I am fueling my body with the right things. And it's only been like 4 or 5 days. I feel so much better. One thing that makes me feel really good that in your solution-oriented thinking is I no longer have to think about the problem. I'm not thinking about the problem anymore. I'm doing what I need to do to solve what was bothering me. Are you doing that? Are you doing that? I know. Or are you just complaining and not really looking for a solution? Man, does that drive me nuts when people do that. It drives me crazy. I was talking to somebody the other day and they said they were super dehydrated and not feeling well because they didn't drink enough the day before because it's hot here. And do you think they were walking around with water? No. I'm like, well, you need water and you need electrolytes, and it seems like a pretty easy solution to dehydration. Half y'all out there are dehydrated. I'm telling you, most of your problems are connected to dehydration if you're not drinking water. And if you are aging, I'm telling you, it's like super aging, because I see people, oh my goodness, I saw some people I grew up with, and I was like, holy cow, how am I the same age as these old people? And I'm not bragging, but I will say one thing I've done really well over the last probably 25 years is hydrate. I constantly have, a bottle with me. Sometimes I drop it on my toe, but for the most part, it's been 25 years. I've only done that once. Always drinking 40 ounces. I drink probably 4 to 5 of those a day. Yes, I go to the bathroom a lot, but guess what? I'm flushing. I'm flushing my system. I'm keeping myself hydrated. I'm keeping my skin hydrated. Your body needs water. Didn't know I was going to go off on that tangent. All right. So we're closing out the show. Here is your reminder of who you are and what you came here for. Ready? You are a powerful creator. You can do it positively or negatively. You get to choose. You are a powerful creator who chooses what you create. Say it. I want you to say it. I am a powerful creator. Say it with feeling. I am a powerful creator. Use that affirmation to interrupt the other stuff. When you start beating yourself up, go, nope, I'm a powerful creator. When something bad happens, say, I'm a powerful creator. I'm going to focus on what I want to happen from this situation. I am focused on solutions. This gets you right out of the problem. I am focused on solutions. I am ready and allowing the good to come. These are things you can say 100 times a day or more if you need to. I have faith and trust it's all going to work out better than I could imagine. I let go of all that does not serve my best version of my future. I let go of all that does not serve the best version of my future. So we got to be in the knowing. We got to be in the knowing. We got to let go of all the stuff. We got to breathe more. Take more deep breaths. Let them out fully. We stagnate when we don't breathe. When we do that shallow breathing stuff, we push cortisol into our system, which becomes an addictive hormone called stress. And it puts belly weight on. Ooh, don't want that. Okay. So be in the knowing. Let go more. Relax. Trust. Interrupt. Release. Believe. And know. That is who you are. Know that you are a powerful creator. Know that you have the ability to create solutions, and know that there is no problem bigger than your ability to create a solution. All right. All right. I love you all. Join me in the M21 Revolution beginning on August 1st, 2023 on Facebook. Would love to have you there. We got 10 new members this month. Yeah, we have a couple hundred people in there, and we got 10 new members. We need a few more donations, and that challenge is going to fly. It's amazing, you guys. It's not just meditation, it's also manifesting. It's all of the things that come through from us working together with people. It's the stuff that you call through us. So it's very co-creative, and it's a beautiful community to be a part of. All right. I love y'all. I'll see you next week. Peace out.